So this is second video on how to take user input using the scanner class. So in this video we're going to try a little bit different things. So what I'm doing in this program is basically asking a user to enter his or her name, age, and GPA. So the first thing we do as usual is we create this scanner object right here. This is pretty much same as we did in the previous video. And once we have this scanner object, we're going to prompt the user to enter his or her name, age, and GPA. So in this program, I'm not declaring these variables early on. I'm declaring these variables as and when I need them. So here, username going to be a string, so I create a variable name string, and then I capture input into that variable. Then age going to be integer, so I'm going to capture that into this variable, and GPA going to be double, so I'm going to be capturing that into this variable. Now these methods look very similar to the previous video. Next, and whatever data type you want to capture, it's pretty much going to be same. So here my data type is int, so I'm going to say next int. Here my target variable where I'm going to store GPA is of type double, so I'm going to say next double. Now this method is a little bit different because this basically captures a string token. So it's gonna, if your token is made up of multiple words, then it's gonna capture the first one. At the end, I'm just displaying the information which I captured from the user. So let's try to run this program and see what we get. So it's asking me to enter name, age, and GPA. So let's say name, age, Jack, age is 32 years, and GPA is, let's say, 3.2. Okay, perfect. So now this program prints name is Jack, age 32, GPA 3.2. So it works fine. So now what we're going to do is, what if user enters name as, let's say, Jack Smith, first name and last name? What's going to happen to this program? So I say run one more time, and let's say enter name. So I'm going to say Jack Smith. That's user's first and last name. And let's say age is again 32 and GPA is 3.6. And you can see that we run into a lot of error messages. It says input mismatch exception. What basically happened is when you use this next method, it's going to capture the first token, which in our case is Jack, and then that's going to, because it sees a white space, then it's going to move on to the next token, which is Smith. And now what it's trying to do is it's trying to store Smith into this int variable, which is a mismatch because Smith is a string and our target variable is integer. So one way to avoid this kind of problem is instead of using next, you can use next line. So what this is going to do is it's going to read one entire line of input and then move your cursor to the next line. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter first name, last name on one line, and then cursor going to go to the next line. That's where we're going to enter this specific user's age and GPA. So let's try with this change. Okay, so we're going to enter Jack Smith. And then I enter age, let's say 34, and GPA is 4.0. and it works perfect. So just play with a little bit with the reading strings with the next method as well as next line method. Thank you.